Shalom Israel. Call Halayim Lai Hawabashim Yahushai Bahashem Akakwadash. Thawadi Hawabashim Yahushai for another day. It's beautiful out here, nice and brisk. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace to the elect, the big brothers, and the teachers out here pushing the truth. All the believers out here pushing their belief and their faith. And Yahweh Yahushai, Barakatham, to the elect of Israel. I'm out here with another joint. I wanted to talk about the World Cup and how Argentina versus France was, that was the best soccer game I ever seen. But looking at it spiritually, a lot of people don't know what the fuck's happening, and they don't really know people. And because I was on Twitter, and I noticed when I was watching the game, Argentina was up 2-0 at halftime. It looked like they had it wrapped up. And then in the second half, France took basically all their so-called white players off, and the whole French squad was so-called black people. There's a lot of so-called Africans in France and those other nations, those European nations, but really those aren't Africans, those are Israelites. And you could tell by the way they look. All the Jakes on the French team, they don't look like Hamites. If you slap those men in America, they would blend in. If they grew up in America, they would blend in with all the other Jakes. No one knows what tribe they're from. They could be from Judah, Benjamin, or Levi. But just to say, So I went on Twitter, and and one topic was the black French players or whatever. And they're like, oh, France needs to treat Africa this and that way because all their players are African and stuff. But no, not yet. Oh. Soon, maybe January or February.
Okay.
You too. Okay. So let me get this show on the road. So so I just wanted to and they're saying, we want France to win over Argentina because Argentina is white. Nigga, what part of fucking those niggas who are on Argentina are white? First of all, Lionel Messi is an Israelite. Ain't no fucking way the best athlete in the whole world is not going to be anything but an Israelite. That's the tribe of Naphtali. I'm not going to say all peoples of Argentina are Israelites. I'm going to say the majority through the spirit. You know what I mean? Those mans are too great to be Edomites or any other nation. Those are Israelites, man. So the way I saw it spiritually, that was Naphtali that was the northern kingdom versus the southern kingdom through the spirit. And since I was a boy in the 80s, 90s, I always cheered for Argentina. That was my squad, always. Before Lionel Messi even came on the scene, I was fucking with Argentina. So it was really good to see them win. They won it in the 70s. I can't remember which year in the 70s, and 84. I was born in 83, so I never really got to see them win World Cups, but growing up I always heard about Diego Maradona and shit, and how great he was. I honestly never even seen Maradona play. I've only seen highlights, but I could believe it. But and I always wanted to go to Buenos Aires, Argentina, and I just realized that Buenos Aires means good air in Spanish. Shit, man, fuck, it's fucking rough out here, yo. It's the fucking snow and ice. God damn. Anyways, let me see if I could. Nah, it looks too snowy there. It's wild out here. Anyways, through the spirit, I'm gonna grab two scriptures. going into the history of how Naphtali even got to Argentina and those sides. Let me pull it out. I'm gonna show niggas. This is what a beer snow. Beer ice, beer snow. So in the Apocrypha, in Second Esdras, it tells you how the Northern Kingdom got to Argentina and those sides. I'm just gonna go to it. This is Second Esdras 13 and 40 to 47. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoner out of their own land in the time of Osi the king, who Salmanazar, the king of Assyria, led away captive, and he carried them over the waters, and so they came into another land. But they took this counsel among themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt. And that's going into the Americas, North America, South America. The only time mans were over here is when, Columbus never discovered shit. King Solomon's navy stayed coming over here getting exotic shit to bring back. And it took basically 3 years, a year and a half to get there and a year and a half to get back. You know what I mean? With the technology they had then, like their boats weren't super powered like how boats are today. You know, it takes probably days to get over here. But you know what I mean? That's how they got over here. Yahweh Shem, after they left the Assyrian captivity, the Northern Kingdom got in boats and they came over to this side. So that black only Israelite shit is stupid. The Northern Kingdom, the Lord gave them these lands before anyone got here. This is 42, verse 42. That they might keep their statutes which they never kept in their own land, and they entered into the Euphrates by the narrow place of the river. For the Most High then showed signs for them, and held still the flood till they were passed over. So Yahweh Bashim Yahushai controlled the waters so that it wasn't a rough trip for them to get over to the other side of the world. Verse 45. For though that country that there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half, and the same region is called Azareth, then dwelt they there unto the latter time, and now when they shall begin to come, the highest shall stay the spring of the stream again, that they may go through. Therefore sawest thou the multitude with peace. Right. So, right. Naphtali, Asher. When I think of South America, all those South American teams, Brazil, Ecuador, Bolivia, Chile, Argentina, Uruguay, those are all great soccer nations. Those are all Israelites, man. And watching this World Cup, you even seen, bro, Ecuador, their whole squad was fucking basically like Negroes. You know what I mean? Who knows what tribe they're from, but dog. So, and I know the history. People do say Argentina is a racist nation, but I don't know how they move, though. A lot of their players, my favorite player in the whole world is Sergio Aguero. I'm a big Manchester City fan and shit. And they get along with Jake just fine. Like, they have to play, like, being a professional soccer player, you're going to play with a whole bunch of different people. I don't know how it is over there now, but bro, the elect are gonna wake up. The elect know what it is, so I believe there's gonna be people that are saved out of those countries that know that they're Israelites. Lionel Messi, Sergio Aguero, all those great players that play for Argentina are Israelites, and they don't look white, so-called white. So people were like, oh, niggas was like, oh, we want France to win. That's a black team or whatever, which is surprising, which is the next topic I'm going to get into. Yo, who would have ever fucking thought that the nation France playing France was going to be all Jakes, bro? You would never think that. I know niggas in France were Ben when they saw that shit. They're like, yo, our team is niggas. Which was awesome, you know what I mean? And Kylian Mbappe, I don't know what country he's from or originally, but of course he's a Jake, man. That nigga is not no Hamite. Paul Pogba, he didn't play because he was injured. He's a great player. He's a Jake. He don't even look like a Hamite. Like, these niggas got swag and shit. Come on, bro. Not to say that the so-called white players like Olivier Giroud, he's great. And Antoine Griezmann, he's dope. Fuck, you don't even know what those niggas are. And you know what's crazy? When you see so-called white people nowadays, they be having haircuts that Jake be having. Like fades and shit. Like, niggas don't be... Jake's swag is everywhere, man. Where the salt, dog? Hold on. So yeah, here's another. So Israel's scattered everywhere, and this scripture is going into that. This is Psalms 44 and 11 to 14. Thou hast given us like sheep appointed for meat, and hast scattered us among the heathen. Thou sellest thy people for naught, and dost not increase thy wealth by their price. Thou makest us a reproach to our neighbors, a scorn and a derision of them that are round about us. Thou makest us a byword among the heathen, and shaking of the head among the people. And I went into the dictionary definition of derision, and it's a noun: contemptuous ridicule or mockery. An example: my story were greeted with derision and disbelief. So, calling niggas Africans, calling the Naphtalites friggin' white, and racist and shit. Like, we're all the same people, man. We're all the same people. Let me walk on this shit. And yeah, man. So, and it was great to see, Soccer's the best sport on earth. We were in a Ishmaelite nation, Qatar, and we took over. And I'm glad that Argentina won. Messi deserved it. And those are my brothers. This is Deuteronomy 7:6. For thou art a holy people unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai thy power. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai thy power has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. We're the whole show, man. Jake is the whole show. France, all Jakes. At the end of the game, the only so-called white person that was on the field, on the pitch, was the goalkeeper for France. Shit, why is his name slipping me right now? He plays for Spurs, What's his name? Shit. Can't even remember. His name's slipping me right now. But it doesn't matter. Yeah. He was the only man. The whole squad was so-called black, and everyone was making a big deal of it on Twitter and shit. This is Yahushua speaking. This is Matthew 5:13. Ye are the salt of the earth, but if the salt have lost its savor, wherewith shall it be salted? It is thenceforth good for nothing, but to be cast out and to be trodden under foot of men. We're the salt of the earth. We're the flavor of the earth. Everyone wants to be like us. White boys get black boy haircuts. You know what I mean? Like, we're the best soccer players. We're the best every fucking thing, man. So it wasn't a white versus black thing. It was a Northern Kingdom versus Southern Kingdom thing. And it was the greatest fucking game ever. Like, yo. So yeah, getting into the game now. I was mad hype. I woke up mad early to watch it. The game started at 10. And Mans are up 2-0 at half. And then France drew a foul in the box. Boom. 2-1. Kylian Mbappe. And then, literally a minute later, bro, France equalized 2-2. I was like, holy fuck. Like, is Argentina gonna lose this shit? That'd be heartbreaking, yo. But, the drama... Oh, shit, this is ice. Niggas is walking on ice right now. Hold up. So yeah, I was like, that was drama, dog. Like, how are you up 2-0 in the final, and in less than a minute, 2 shots on net, 2 goals? And I was like, holy shit. and then it went into extra time, and then the third goal Argentina scored, it was like it went in, like it crossed the line. Messi scored again, and I was like, okay, we got this. And then I think Kylian Mbappe shot, or somebody, if it wasn't Mbappe, it was somebody, shot at the goal, Argentina's goal, and the defender jumped and it hit his hand in the box. So that was another penalty. I was like, holy shit. And then Kylian Mbappe scored again, hat trick, first hat trick, the second man ever to score a hat trick in the World Cup final. It's like, are you serious right now? Then I went to penalty shootout. Penalty shootout is the most stressful shit ever. But and it's good to see being a soccer fan. It's good to see the World Cup, because after the World Cup's over, all the players who did really, really good in the tournament, their stock goes up, and the clubs that they're at, other clubs start calling for them, their stock goes up, and other clubs pay big prices to get these players that shined in the tournament. And all these, so many African nations. Oh, another point proving that those are Jakes, and only Jake countries in Africa do really good, like West African nations. So there's a tournament called the African Cup of Nations. Egypt. Okay, so we all know the people in Egypt now aren't the original Egyptians. I believe that the people of Sudan are the original Egyptians. And when you think of real life Hamite countries like Ethiopia, Sudan, they only won the League of Nations once, the African Cup of Nations once, and all the other times, like Egypt won a bunch of them. But the rest is like, Ghana, Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire. These are like West African nations that when you look at men's, that is Jake, you know what I mean? So, yeah. You ain't seeing no Somalia or goddamn friggin' real life ham countries, dog. You're seeing West African countries dominating those tournaments, and West African players that are awesome. Those are all Jakes, man. But yeah, anyways, Argentina won, and it was great to see, and it was just awesome, yo. Across the street here real quick. So yeah, my whole point was that the world sees colors, and the elect of Israel are spiritual, and we see the real deal, like nations and who you really belong to, not your skin color. It wasn't a black versus white thing. It's an Israel thing. Naphtali versus the Southern Kingdom. And you French niggas, that goes to show. And yo, I heard something fucked up today or yesterday, that France makes $500 billion a year off of Africa. All these African countries have to buy the French franc, but yet France doesn't even fuck with the French franc. They fuck with the euro. And if these African nations want to make money, or if they have some kind of goods to sell, like some kind of, like, you know, like a commodity or anything that they can make money on, they have to go to France first and say, yeah, we want to sell this. Do you want this? And if France gets first dibs, and if France doesn't want it, they still have to ask France permission to sell it to someone else. And France could say, yeah, no, you can't sell it. And if they don't obey France, France controls the power in all these African countries, and they could turn off their power and their water and all type of fuckery. Like, yo, France, you niggas are gonna get it, dog. Like, what kind of fucking evil, wicked shit is that? You Edomites are done, man. You niggas are gonna fucking pay for the shit that you've done to us, man. That's how you know it's the curses, bro. Yo, Jake is through no matter where he is. Africa, here, like, yo, you niggas is through. But yeah, we're on the come up. These are the last days, Lord will. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to save the elect of Israel. And we just got to hold on and keep pushing and pray for mercy and forgiveness. And you Edomites are going to be fucking turning big rocks into little rocks, man. And yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to go into how the world saw the World Cup and how they turned it into a race thing. It wasn't no black versus white thing. It was the tribe of Naphtali, which are the Argentinian people, versus France. And all the Edomites were off the pitch, and all the Jakes were on the pitch representing France. And it was the best game ever. Legendary shit. And it was just good to see, man. So yeah, I just wanted to touch that, go into that through the spirit. I hope someone hears it and realizes, yeah, through Yahweh Shem Yahushua, put in a knowledge of what's really good and giving me the Holy Spirit to go into that topic. I'm going to say double honors to the apostles, a great millstone, and peace and salutations and blessings to the elect of Israel. Call Halam Yahweh Shem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Makakodash, the Wadi Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Shalom.